Hi everyone, it's Sonia McDonald from Leadership HQ, and today I wanted to share a story with you because it's Friday and I've been reflecting this week and talking to so many people around, I know it's kind of a pretty uncertain, crazy time, but I wanted to share some insights because it's really interesting when you've gone through experiences and situations like this before. It does definitely build that inner confidence or that inner resilience. And I'm not saying that, we've been super strong every day. There's definitely been up and down days for us here and the team during this time. But let me just share a story with you because many, many years ago, I ended up taking this opportunity and I'd just come back from China and I was a full-time solo parent and I had a little girl who was 4. I had hardly any money in the bank and I really had to put a roof over our heads, and I ended up getting this opportunity because, I kind of went, look, I needed to take, any kind of job, and I was finding it really challenging to find an opportunity that would offer me flexibility being a full-time solo parent. And it wasn't right. And there was lots of traveling involved and I was made redundant. I think I only lasted 6 weeks in this role. I haven't really shared it with many people because, what else? Like, oh my gosh, I've never, ever been made redundant. I think I was pretty much fired. But that was due to the fact that they promised me that I wouldn't be doing lots of traveling, and I was. And it was really It was a hard struggle for me to balance everything. And I remember thinking at the time, like, this really sucks. And everyone around me was really worried for me. And I thought, you know what? I've got this. When one door closes, another one opens. And I really set my mindset to, you know what? I've got this. I am going to go out there and I'm going to find a really, really great opportunity. And I did. I ended up finding a really amazing opportunity, which has led me to where I am today. I mean, it definitely took hard work. It took lots of networking. I definitely use LinkedIn to help me to put myself out there, but it was all around my mindset. It was all around, being kind to myself, but also picking myself up and going, I have got this. And you know what? It's tough sometimes to have that mindset. It's tough sometimes to go, you know what, when you feel like your world's falling apart, to pick yourself up and to have that inner grit and passion to keep moving forward. So I wanted to share some tips with you today because I think it's really important to have the courage to be kind to yourself and to others, and also to have that resilience around that. I'm a great believer that things happen for a reason. When one door closes, another one opens. And I want to start with the courage to be kind, because at the moment, and I get it, like this, I'm super passionate about the neuroscience space. Actually, I'm going to have a look at the comments here because it's really important for me to kind of interact with everyone that's actually watching this. But I'm really super passionate about the neuroscience space. And I fell into understanding about and learning about neuroscience by accident, and thinking I did a diploma in neuroscience and leadership, and I thought it would make a big difference to my work, which it did, but it actually made a big difference to me. And our brain is built for survival, okay? The number one aim of the brain is safety. And I get it. Like when things like this happen, when you're made redundant, or you kind of have these really challenging times like we're seeing, or you're really kind of unsure around what's going to happen in the future, or if you're going to have your job, or when you're going to get the next paycheck, or when you're going to get the next piece of business. I get it. We kind of get into this survival mode. And we're a lot more around alerts for threats, and we can become quite, I get it, like selfish beings. But courage is about being selfless, like not being selfish, but it's also about being kind. So these things of uncertainty and challenges, I get it. That's life. Life isn't certain, but it's about being kind to yourself, and it's also about being kind to others. Please use this time to be kind to others, regardless of where you're at. We're all human beings. Please be kind to yourself. That is the most important thing, because we're all humans, okay? Whatever is going on, you know what? We're amazing in terms of what we can find within ourselves for inner strength. and inner bravery and inner courage. And that takes understanding that we are actually humans and to be kind. And to be kind to others. I'm seeing a lot of people at the moment being very much around keeping themselves safe, keeping that, well, I've got a job, so I need to keep myself safe. I'm lucky. So, and it's not about that. We need to use this time to help others and to show kindness to others as well. I think that's really important. Also, resilience. What's your mindset? Okay, I have this saying, it's called attention goes, energy flows, all right? Where you put your attention, and there's a part of the brain called the reticular activating system. It's a really amazing part of the brain. An analogy around that part of the brain, around what you focus on, the RAS kind of determines that, is when you go and buy a car. And then all of a sudden you see that car everywhere. I'm sure many of you have experienced that. You've gone to buy, I don't know, a brand new, I'm going to say red Volkswagen, because I actually have a Volkswagen. And then you see the red Volkswagen everywhere. That's the RAS, right? Attention goes, energy flows. When you've made a decision around something like a car, then you see the car everywhere. It's because the brain, it's dippy, dangerous, interesting, pleasurable, important. Because it's interesting and pleasurable and important, the brain sees it. It's the same with every aspect of our lives. So be really careful what you focus on, okay? So focus on what you can control, okay? Focus on making sure you're putting yourself out there, and, you're focusing on your strengths, okay? I think that's really, really important, that you focus on your strengths and your talents. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. It was really interesting this week. I did a coaching session with someone. Her business has been impacted like many of us, and I started coaching her, and she said she has a real problem with self-promotion. She kind of relies more on referrals. And you know what? It was really interesting kind of getting a change of mindset. Like I said, look, if there's a business or if there's a CEO out there that's losing sleep because it's got challenges in their company or business, and you have the skills and talents to help that CEO or to help that business with its challenges, but they don't know about you, you're actually doing that CEO business a disservice by not letting them know about you. So don't be afraid to let people know about your strengths and talents. Put yourself out there, reach out to people and say, hey, do you need someone with my strengths and talents? Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. I think that's really, really important, to believe in yourself. I think that's so, so important. Someone's just said we should start a kindness challenge. Yes, I think we should. I actually saw something recently. I took a picture of it, and it was at the bus stop, and it was the hashtag kindness pandemic. I said, yes. I mean, can I tell you, the things that matter at the moment are kindness and courage. Be kind to yourself during this time, and be kind to others. Read the book Give and Take by Adam Scott, or watch his TED Talk. It's so great around how his research. He's a Harvard professor. The research he has done around what makes people successful, and he has some great examples of successful people in his book, were ones that are givers with boundaries, givers with kindness. But it wasn't about they gave and people took advantage of them. It was around they really focused on how they could serve and give to others and lift each other up. And that, the research around that, be a giver, show kindness. Can I tell you, it'll come back to you 1,000-fold if you show kindness. I can't advocate for this enough. And so many people will say to me, but, kindness and niceness are different. You can still be kind as a person and as a leader, and also be strong, okay? And as I always say, you can always show courage as a leader and show fear. I mean, courage is in the absence of fear. It's a mastery of fear. So when I was made redundant many, many years ago, and I remember it like it was yesterday, and I remember it was in Brisbane, and I kind of was walking out of the hotel reception where it all happened. And I sort of thought to myself, you know what, I'm really scared now. Like, what's going to happen? And I thought, I have to have faith and belief in myself. And, that mindset really did help. It is all about your mindset. And also, I know, and I'm not trying to sound like woo-woo or you might think spiritual here, even though there's this, an essence around it, but it's also the energy and vibrations you're putting out. I totally believe that. It's like when I work with people or speak with them or coach them around this space, I say, just put energy into it. I think I just spat. It's okay. Put energy into it, action into it. Just go out there. The more energy and vibrations and positivity you're putting out there, you will start to attract that. I truly believe that, because, even when this hit us in March, I remember thinking I was in some sort of movie at the time. Like, I was sitting there going, is this a movie? What's going on here? Like, things kind of were happening all around us. And I thought, and then clients were ringing me saying, can we postpone our leadership programs and our workshops and our coaching, and we need to cancel your keynotes. I had all these keynotes booked and we need to postpone the awards. And I was sitting there literally like going, what's going on? Like, what just happened? And then I thought, and I'm not saying that I was like, obviously I spent a couple of days kind of quite, stressed out about it. Had a few times I cried, and I thought, okay. But then I thought, okay, well, how can we navigate this? This is just kind of a different time and a different wave we have to kind of like ride, right? And I thought, okay, let's work on a plan. Let's navigate this. Let's ask for help. Things are going to be okay. I truly believe that. And I just kind of like shifted our focus and thought, right, let's just get these awards out there. And I definitely asked for help, and I definitely like reached out to so many people going, hey man, if I'm dealing with this, you must be dealing with very similar challenges. How can we help you? And can I tell you, the last few months we've been focusing on that, and it's completely changed our focus in our world. And that's what we need to be doing as human beings. It's just helping and supporting each other and just riding this time the best that we can by being kind and courageous. And I think it's so important that we do that, because, and making, as someone just said, thanks, Catherine, I mean, making time each week to check in with our contacts, like contacts. Yeah, set a goal to contact 5 people a week. I mean, I've been doing it each and every day, reaching out to people. And I honestly think it'll come back to you in like tenfold if you focus on kindness and also have the courage, like don't step back, man. Like, just get out there and just do it. So I don't mean to be sounding like, it's just something I'm so passionate about, because I meet so many amazing people that are holding themselves back, and not like, they can't see how incredibly unique and wonderful and talented they are. And, and I just go, just put yourself out there, and, don't worry about what anyone else thinks. Just believe in yourself. You've only got, our time is limited. Don't live anyone else's life except yourselves. Just get yourself out there. And you know what? And we are going to come out braver, and we are going to come out stronger, and we are going to come out better. Just really look at your mindset. Another term that I use, which I love, and I do talk about this a lot when I do my keynotes, and I'm watching some of the comments here, because obviously, like, I love rewarding people, and it's a Friday afternoon, and I thought, look, I'm going to look at some of these comments, and if there's any comments in particular I'm watching here that really stand out, I'm going to send you a copy of my book, Leadership Attitude. I didn't want to kind of plug it, but it is one of my favorite books. My second book was called Just Rocket. The reason why, and I haven't got that book with me at the moment, I wrote Just Rocket because I see way too many people stepping back. And I wrote the book for my beautiful daughter, who I wanted to stand tall as a young woman and rocket, but for everyone else to go out there and rocket, because I see way too many people that we work with and coach that are so phenomenal, and they're not just going out there and rocking the world. And whatever it is, and I know that takes courage to do it, but I don't want you to look at your time. Like, time is so precious, and not to look back on your time and go, I wish I'd said yes to that opportunity. I wish I'd put myself out there. I wish I'd taken that risk. Because at the end of the day, you know what? If you put yourself out there and it doesn't work out, or it doesn't turn out the way you wanted, which has happened to me so many times, I'm telling you now, it will make you more courageous and stronger. But one of my favorite things that I talk about, other than in my keynotes and in my workshop, I do talk about the RAS, is I have this analogy, right? This is why mindset during this time, mindset to be kind and resilient, is really important. And I'm going to kind of teach you something as well around how to be really resilient during this time. Is like, your mind is like a stage, right? So if you think of it like a stage, and this is where as well the RAS is really important, okay? You are the director of that stage. So you're actually in control of what thoughts, okay, are on that stage. You actually, so if you kind of sometimes, if you can step back and think about what you're thinking about and go, okay, what am I thinking about? What am I focusing on? Is this serving me? Or is this empowering me, or is this disempowering me? If it's disempowering me, and we all have those thoughts where I'm not good enough, I'm not this enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not talented enough, whatever. You know what? No one's perfect, but we are all unique and amazing in our own ways. Squash the ants, the automatic negative thoughts. Squash them. Just go, no, I don't think so. There's no data around that. Squash them. Just take them off the stage. Because if you have bad kind of actors or actresses on that stage, right? Can I tell you, no one's going to want to buy tickets to that show. Have Oscar award-winning actors and thoughts and actresses on that stage, right? That's the analogy, the thoughts, the actors and actresses. Because the more you're kind of thinking about this stuff, the more it's getting pushed back right into your limbic system. Because, and also the more you start to focus on it, again, the RAS, the more you focus on it, the more you're going to see it. Okay, squash it. Okay, watch what you focus on. And it's really important, because the more these really kind of negative thoughts get pushed back into the limbic system, it comes out. It comes out in your behavior. It comes out and you're not even conscious of it. And have positive, I know you're kind of going, but there's neuroscience behind this. This is why, you know, I'm not talking, it's this neuroscience. This is how the brain works. So focus, make sure attention goes, energy flows, because the more you focus on those things you can control, the more you focus on those things that you're really grateful for, the more you can focus on those things that are really positive in your life, the more you focus on your strengths and your talents and those things that are important to you, the more you're actually going to see that, and the more that's going to empower your thought processes, your energy. It's kind of like this circle. So yeah, it is a good title for the book, Leadership Attitude. Thank you for that. Someone just said that. Okay. It is a great, I love it, because leadership is an attitude. It's not a role or title. All right. It's a mindset. It's a choice. So anyway, I hope this has really helped you today around being kind to yourself, embracing that, you know what, shit happens in life, and it does. And I'm not downplaying it. And the thing is, we're going to get through this. And the way we're going to get through this is being kind to ourselves. The way we're going to get through this and overcome this is being kind to others. The way we're going to get through this is being really strong and resilient with ourselves and watching what we're focusing on, making sure we squash those ants, you know, even start to like goal set, journal, write, just put so much energy and passion around what you truly want and what's great about you, and surround yourself. I put a post up today, surround yourself with people that are going to help you row your rowboat, okay? Let go of people in your life that are putting holes in your rowboat, okay? So make sure you surround yourself with really great people, all right? There's so many things I could talk about. Obviously, I'm super passionate about this space, and I have been talking for nearly 20 minutes, which is a lot longer than I was expecting. But if you'd love to, if you'd love a copy of my book, just, you know, reach out to me. I've got Leadership Attitude and Just Rocket. I'm writing my third book about courage, and I'm so excited. This book is just coming together so beautifully. It is going to just encapsulate everything that I believe, and all the incredible research and stories around how to be a courageous and kind leader, where we're leading with impact and purpose and kindness and resilience, and because I really want to change the world and create a world of more kind and courageous leaders. You can grab the books on Booktopia and Amazon as well. Check out our Outstanding Leadership Awards, which are amazing, where we're actually, again, showcasing kind and courageous leaders. Reach out to us for, our coaching, our leadership programs. We are so dedicated to helping you as an individual, a team, as a business, come out stronger and braver and better. And even if I've made a difference with you putting into action from what I've spoken about today, this is what leadership's about. Can I tell you, leadership's a choice, and kindness is a choice, and courage is a choice. All these things are choices. And guess who's in control of your choices and your mindset? You. So if you can, even over the weekend, think about what I've spoken about, write down some goals, think about what can I do tomorrow? What can I do tomorrow to be kinder to myself, be kinder to others, have the courage to, reach out to people and make a difference to others. I think that's gonna, even if it's just, you might think the smallest words or actions, you might not think you can make a difference, but can I tell you, it's a ripple effect. If we can all do something, just makes a small difference to someone's lives, or reach out or ask them for help, or even offer help and support. It's the ripple effect. It's the kindness effect. If we could do that, I think, you know what? It's if we all kind of made a difference, and even if you think it's just me, it doesn't matter if it's just me or you or us. Together, we can all make a difference to the world, because I do think our world needs more kind and courageous leaders. So I'm really grateful for you taking time out today. I want you to think about how you can stay kinder and how you can stay more courageous, because you know what? Our time is limited. Our time is precious. So use your time and use this time to come out braver and stronger and better. So thank you, and reach out to us and me at Leadership HQ if there's anything we can do to help you go out there and truly rock it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.